StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between early and buildings on Overgrowth, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player from Team Ascension's competitive team. It is early. And also from Team Ascension, we have the Aquamarine Zerg player. It is buildings. Yes, this is patch 3.8. Those of you who've been waiting for these. And sorry for the delay, but I was out of town for like 5 days away from my computer, so I couldn't cast 3.0 replays. And that is why I have a buffer when I'm out of town. And because I left basically the day the patch was released, then they were the previous patch, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience, but there we go. Alright, so Overgrowth. I remember this map. I don't think I've ever cast on it, though. I'm trying to remember if I cast with these kind of old classic maps, or if they are older than, you know, almost 2 years, year and a half that I've been casting to this point. Overlord heading on down. No, I think I have cast on this one. I still remember some of my early ones. Definitely had this particular setup. No, I need to look at the dates. I need to look at the dates here. Buildings is going for an extractor pool without a hatch. Scouted admirably by Early here, who was early with his probe. Ho ho, dad jokes. Dad jokes for the win. Getting that speed for those lings is buildings. One worker on gas at this point, which means he does want to expand eventually here. He's not just going straight up for like a one base ling baneling type thing. Early takes his nexus, doesn't worry about a thing, starts walling off. Additionally, with a cybernetics core at his front door, already has a gateway on up there, but doesn't take a second gas yet. He's still trying to get out a wall, I believe is what he's trying to do here, is get enough gateways to wall this thing off. Because again, a one base opening means a whole handful of lings is coming your way immediately. Early. What you doing, man? You do have enough to throw down another gateway here. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so a pylon there and maybe a pylon there as well. If that a zealot, I'm not sure a zealot can hold that. Think a zealot can hold that? Yes, it looks like he can. Okay, so excellent decision making here from Early. The lings are coming down, but that's a full wall off. Good luck with that, man. Is he supply blocked? Oh no, Early was supply blocked for a second there. Lings immediately going to town on this pylon. They can take it down. Chrono boosting out a Stalker. But I don't know, his building's going to get in here before that Stalker comes out. Another, oh, great job with another gateway and a pylon to increase the thickness and the security on that wall. The pylon does die, but doesn't depower anything. Good pylon placement here from Early. The lings going after the cybernetics core. Stalker needs to come out now. Stalker getting some shots off. Can these lings get the cyber core? That's going to be a nice pickup for buildings, and they do! Oh, they get the cyber core, but the wall is still complete, but that is a nice pick off there from buildings, making that thing happen. Going evolution chamber back home. He does have his expansion just about complete as well with the pressure those lings provided. Speed's now up. Soul Overlord is moving its way on in to try to scout what is up inside the main base for Early. The answer is not much. He's kind of been focusing on not dying to early lings to this point. So remaking his cyber core back here. Good job remaking that before his first one actually died. That was a good little heads up play from Early as well. And the lings are still here. I'm not sure there's anywhere they can go. Maybe some Drop Lord play is possible. And oh, indeed it is. Drop Lord play. Overlords morphing into Drop Lords here. Speed coming up for those Overlords as well. Lings knocking down this front door. And it's where'd the Stalker go? Where are you, Stalker? Did you... He is looking for Drop Lords. Apparently he's played buildings before. An Adept coming out. That seems like a pretty good choice here. Double Adept, and a Mothership Core. Can they save this gateway? Yes, they do. They chase those lings away. The lings are probably going to go into this Overlord and try to drop inside the main. Stalker in a great location, though. Kind of patrolling back and forth, trying to see what is up. Mothership Core could go out there and see what we're dealing with. He would see these two Drop Lords, or she would, I suppose. And a third sneaky base. Coming down to this gold for buildings. Oh, that is very fun. That is very fun indeed. Taking this gold base, which is really hard to defend, but they usually are. Three huge ramps leading up into this gold base. Hard to defend directly from your natural base. And here come the Drop Lord play. So 8 lings inside 1 Drop Lord. There we go. Is there another Drop Lord nearby? There is, to the right side of the natural base. So 1 coming from the north inside the main here. Stalker trying to take down that Overlord, but it has speed. Oh, but it was scouted out, so that's enough for buildings to back on out. 2 Adepts here as well. This Drop Lord, though, coming into the natural base. Can they get anything done? Adepts trying to hold off these lings, distracting things at the front door as well. Just making sure that the Adepts can't leave that open. Oh, just barely holding it there. And lings are dropping. Lings coming to the front door as well. Buildings are trying to win the thing with straight up Zerglings, ladies and gentlemen. He's making 12 more back at home, getting +1 attack as well, but good positioning Here from early, the Zealot going to town, the Adepts going to town. Photon Overcharge finally available from the Mothership Core. That is enough to chase those Lings away. And at this point, two probes, a Zealot, an Adept for 33 Lings. I mean, yeah, the Cybernetics Core and a Pylon did die as well. But, woo, so far I'd have to say Protoss is in the lead right now. What is that? 500 and about 75 resources lost for Protoss and 831 exactly for the Zerg. Lings coming back on in. I just don't know. It's 42 to 28 total Harvesters. Buildings has really, as Lings are inside the main base here as well. Adepts cleaning those guys out. Might get the Stalker. Nope, can't get the Stalker. Stalker lives with 8 hit points. I was going to say, Buildings, try to make this pay off with some early Ling harassment, recognizing this wide open area, going for the drop Lings as well, and more coming into the natural base, but I just don't know that it's working out for him. Yes, he's getting some probes here and there. Yes, he's getting some Adepts here and there as well, but the continued pressure is just not doing that much. He's taking another base, though. Another base, so Buildings might be able to catch up here in Harvester. I mean, in Harvester count with 4 bases is nice. What is Early's plan here? Phoenix. Actually going Phoenix. Perhaps he's going to try to disrupt this Drop Lord play with some anti-air action, which seems like a pretty good idea to me at this point. Also, there's not any static defense whatsoever in any of Buildings' main bases. So these queens are in a lot of trouble too if the Phoenix decide to head on out. Overlord, again, trying to find somewhere to drop. There are just Adepts patrolling every which way. And these Lings are dropping out, getting murdered pretty much immediately. Bad move there by Buildings, as this Drop Lord might get killed before it can make it back out of the area. Oh, 1 hit point remaining. No, the Stalker wanted that kill. Couldn't quite get it there. Adepts moving out, going to try to secure a 3rd base. There they are, the squad of Adepts. Meanwhile, Buildings does have a lair. Buildings is working on a Baneling nest. Has a Roach Warren, but still I don't think he's made anything except for Lings to this point. No, Lings, Queens, Drop Lords. That is what we're dealing with right now. 3rd base has been established along this right side by Early. Still 4 bases for Buildings, but still 55 to 39 Harvesters. Protoss has a nice worker lead. Robotics facility coming in here as well. More Drop Lord play. That Overlord, that Drop Lord is very low on HP. 14 hit points. Slowly increasing, but man, a Stalker sees that thing. Will kill it before it could drop a single thing, but no Stalkers here in the main base to stop this from happening. Lings all over the place, trying to take down this 3rd, trying to kill all of these Adepts as well. Photon Overcharge is a scary thing at the same time. Adepts holding this off, and oh man, can they get all of these Lings? Yes, they get almost all of the Lings there, and Lings held off at the 3rd base as well. So Adepts doing their work against these Lings. Early doing a good job microing, not really allowing the Lings to get surrounds on these Adepts, with the Adepts kiting very, very nicely, showing good micro, and making sure that those Zerglings can't get the surround, but instead are constantly chasing, which is where they do not want to be. Here comes the Phoenix, though. Whoa, 7 Phoenix moving out already, moving across the map, finding this 3rd base by accident. Turn around, there it is, turning around and killing some drones. Dude, just kill the Queen. Just kill the Queen. I know you want to get these drones, I understand that, but get the Queen because she's murdering you at the same time. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. This is a lot of dead drones, ladies and gentlemen. Overlord dies. Lift the Queen. There we go. Queen gets a Phoenix kill for no reason I can think of. It ends up getting killed at the same time. 1 more drone. Spore Crawler popping up at this gold base as well. Get out of there. Get out of there early. What are you worried about? And more Drop Lord play. More drops. More Ling drops here in the natural base for what feels like the 8th time. And then Ling swelling on in to this 3rd base. Oh no! Banelings coming through, getting absolutely on top of those Adepts, killing a whole bunch of them. This is a lot of Roach. And all these Lings inside this natural base. So many probes are dying here as well. Nobody is taking care of them whatsoever. Roaches, can they take down this base? The Phoenix are trying to lift Roaches and murder them as they can, doing a lot more effective work than I expected here. Lings coming in as well. This Roach Ling tier 1 1.5 aggression from Buildings is absolutely insane. But 3 carriers on the way for Early. All right, moving into the new and improved carriers. Phoenix take down another one of those Drop Lords. 26 to 40 total Harvesters. Roaches can take down the 3rd. They can. Phoenix take down Roaches. It just takes a little bit too much time, and Early stuck on 2 bases with carrier tech. Oh no, I don't know how this is going to work out at all to this point. Alright, so Phoenix are basically following these Roaches around. Some more Lings coming in at the same time. Buildings is trying to throw in the killer punch here and coming right into this natural base. Double Photon Overcharge. 1 Photon Overcharge, rather. Blech. Trying to murder what it can, but the Pylon ends up dead there. Lings now getting that surround on those Adepts that they've wanted for so long. But no, carrier, surprise carrier, 9-minute carrier from early. Everybody running away. Buildings running away from home, recognizing this is not a good place for me to be. There are carriers. I have nothing to stop those. Hydralisk Den on the way. The additional range on those hydras might be enough. Might be enough and a good answer to carriers, but carrier, the requirement to make interceptors has been moved from 25 minerals to 5. 5, which is absolutely insane, and interceptors are automatically built as they die. You don't have to actually manually click on those anymore. See that auto cast? That's what that means. Graviton Catapult is still around, but I don't think that's being researched. 15 hydras on the way. Grooved Spines coming up as well, but this gold base is going to die for what feels like the second time, and it probably is the second time at this point. Phoenix just flying around, killing everything they possibly can, killing queens, killing overlords, trying to slow down buildings' economy as much as Protosly possible. And so far, I would argue that it's working. Ling here at the old third base where Early used to be, killing a pylon by his lonesome. Kaching might actually stop the construction on that Nexus. Release interceptors. I thought that was removed. Oh, it was removed. There are carriers here. Okay. Release interceptors gone. And Ling cannot stop the construction of this Nexus by itself. Mothership Core and Stalker make sure that does not happen. So gold base is gone. It's still 55 to 36 harvesters. Buildings has a nice lead. He's got 3 bases right now, whereas Early essentially has 2 and like a quarter. His third base is on the way, but it's not quite there yet. Hydra count getting dangerous. 19 Hydras, 7 more on the way. +1 missile attacks coming up as well. Buildings responding well to the carrier threat. I still feel like Corruptors might be a better choice, but with the extra range on the Hydras, we'll have to see how that works out. Muscular Augments coming in here too. So basically, Muscular Augments used to increase the range and the speed of the Hydras, and they basically just kind of split those out into 2, made them cost individual, and then made them a little bit better than they were together, is how that works. So Hydra is more viable than I think they've ever been, honestly, in StarCraft 2. It's just for the longest time, they stunk. They were good for virtually nothing. Unless, like, Protoss went Skytoss for some reason, as I actually won a couple games that way going Hydras against the Skytoss, like, Void Ray army from Protoss and did pretty well back in Wings of Liberty. But other than that, Hydras were essentially useless. So now, it's good to see Hydras kind of just being what they were in Brood War, a very core element to the Zerg army. They're just, for me, they're almost the quintessential Zerg unit. They're terrifying, they hit hard, they're fast, they have range. Man, look at that. Those things go. Those spines, man, they are terrifying. Zelnaga Watchtower taken by the Zerg here in the middle of the map. And here comes Buildings. He does not want this carrier group to get as big as it possibly can be. There are already 6. There are 2 more on the way. Storms being researched. Corrosive Bile being used. Some Ravagers taking out a pylon. Depowering a gateway here. Carriers do not want to get involved here, but I think they might have to. Going to kill all of these Lings, and then here it is. Corrosive Bile's thrown down. This third base might actually die. Photon Overcharge does come up, being chased away by the carriers. More Ravagers coming in. Interesting choice. I'd imagine, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know, maybe use those resources to go for more Hydras. I'm not sure how useful Ravagers are here at this situation. Storm just about to complete, and this third base dies very quickly. It needs Hydras with a +1 attack with a range of 7. That Groove Spine upgrades is there. Phoenix flying over, trying to distract some of this. Great storms on the Hydras, though. Oh, Templar coming out of nowhere, doing a fantastic job on these Hydralisks. More carriers coming in from the left side. A full retreat from Buildings at this point. Those storms were absolutely unexpected. Buildings did not see that coming at all. It's 47 to 36 Harvesters. Early still unable to hold that third base, but pushing for it with Phoenix with the carriers. Carrier count is 6 again. Lost a couple there. 1 more in production. 1 more in production here for Early. And what do we got here? Replanted gold base. Very brave by Buildings to put that down. I think it might die. Hydra count not nearly as scary as it used to be, but still there are 17, which is a little bit intense. Archon here on the ground. And I don't know, man. Archon's the Storm. What you need is the Storm. These Templar have enough for Storm? Not quite yet, so you're going to have to stand here on your own. The Hydras are actually attacking Interceptors. No, Hydras, you got to attack those carriers if you can. Buildings. Buildings going to lose this battle pretty intensely, and that is it. A GG from Buildings. Buildings is defeated, and Early is victorious. Well done from our Protoss player Early today, making it happen in a patch where Protoss is considered, maybe not as strong as it once was. But man, gets those carriers out at the 9-minute mark, makes those things work. Wish I could see kill counts. 11 kills on that one, 14 on that one, 8 on that Phoenix. Which one of my Templar got them kills on the Hydras? Where are you, Templar? Where are you? You. No, you. Somehow none of these got any kills, although they were instrumental in weakening the Hydras and allowing the carriers to kill them eventually. So fantastic play here. I like to see the Hydras with the new upgrades. I love the carriers as well with their new, the cheaper interceptors. That was a desperation move by Early. He had to make something happen here. He really did, because his natural base was essentially mined out, and he was having the heck of a time taking a third base. So fantastic job in the end here by these two players, but Protoss gets the victory. And that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.